Next General Luxury. 2026 Genesis GV70 revealed. The 2026 Genesis GV70 update takes sophistication and performance to the next level, blending modern luxury design with cutting-edge technology and dynamic driving. This channel brings you everything about the Genesis GV70 2026, from features, specs, design upgrades, and interior details to performance reviews and first impressions. Stay tuned for the latest updates, comparisons, and insights into this stylish luxury SUV. 2026 Genesis GV70 First Look, Stunning Redesign. All-new Genesis GV70 2026 Interior and Features. 2026 Genesis GV70 Luxury SUV Full Reveal. Genesis GV70 2026 Model, everything you need to know. 2026 Genesis GV70 vs BMW X3, Luxury SUV Showdown. Genesis GV70 2026 First Drive and Review. 2026 Genesis GV70 Technology and Safety Features. Genesis GV70 2026 Exterior and Interior Walkaround. 2026 Genesis GV70 Release Date and Price Details. Why the 2026 Genesis GV70 is a game changer. Genesis GV70, Genesis 2026. Luxury SUV, GV70 2026. Genesis GV70 Update, Next Gen GV70, SUV Luxury. Number 2026 Genesis. GV70 Luxury. Genesis SUV, Genesis GV70 Redesign, Luxury Cars 2026. Future SUV, Genesis GV70 Review, Car Enthusiast, Genesis GV70 2026. Luxury SUV Genesis. Next General GV70. 2026 GV70 Redesign. Genesis GV70 Review. Genesis GV70 vs BMW X3. Genesis GV70 Features. 2026 Genesis Release. GV70 Luxury SUV. Genesis GV70 Specs. Future Genesis SUV. 2026 SUV Lineup. Genesis GV70 Interior. Luxury SUV 2026. Genesis GV70 Walkaround. Genesis GV70 Technology. Genesis GV70 Safety. New Genesis GV70 Model. 2026 GV70 Updates. Genesis GV70 Price. Genesis GV70 2026, Genesis GV70 Update, 2026 Genesis GV70 Review, Genesis GV70 Redesign 2026, New Genesis GV70 Model, Genesis GV70 vs BMW X3, 2026 Genesis SUV Lineup, GV70 Luxury SUV, Genesis GV70 Interior 2026, 2026 Genesis GV70 Features, Genesis GV70 Technology Update, Genesis GV70 Safety 2026, Genesis GV70 Release Date 2026, 2026 Luxury SUV Genesis, Future Genesis GV70, GV70 Walkaround 2026, Genesis GV70 Price 2026, All New Genesis GV70 2026, Genesis GV70 Comparison, GV70 Next Gen 2026.